Stressed out? Eat these Ahi Tuna tostadas to put your mind and body at ease. Today is all about managing our stress through food. Beautiful, bright pink Ahi Tuna, creamy avocado, and black beans with tons of fiber to help us. This meal screams relax. I'm using about a 5-ounce fillet of Ahi tuna, and I'm going to start by soaking it in low-sodium soy sauce to help the sesame seeds stick to it better. Once it's fully coated, it's off to a hot grill to cook rare about 1 to 2 minutes per side. Ahi, rich in omega-3s, helps support stress relief, and it offers over 20 grams of protein. To get this tostada party started, I'm using flour tortillas in lieu of the traditional corn tortillas because I have roasted corn in the salad. I'm going to quickly toast these off and have them on the counter to cool down. Then it's vegetable city, mate. I'm going to cut up some radish for fiber and digestion, some immunity-boosting shallot, some carrot to support eye health, metabolism-boosting jalapeños, fresh cilantro for brain health, and the star of this stress-reducing show, avocado, which will also act as our dressing. You'll see. Some roasted corn for a little extra potassium, and the zest and juice of an orange to help dress it up and bring some vitamin C. And voila, a creamy, functional salad for our tostada. Now for the beans. I love black beans, and they are perfect here with the tuna and the salad. I'm going to jazz them up a little bit, and then I'll mash them so they'll spread evenly on the tortillas. To plate this awesomeness, we're going to add a base layer of our protein and fiber-packed black beans. And then go right downtown with that perfectly rare tuna. Easy, affordable, and delicious. Top it with our stress-reducing creamy salad from that avocado. And to go over the top, I'm adding some homemade tomatillo salsa that I made earlier this week. Throw a chip on top, and there you go. You can charge $35 for this plate. Thank you so much for watching these Ahi Tuna tostadas. They are all about relaxing and helping you de-stress after a long day or week. If you like what you see here, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. And if you're serious about eating for longevity, think about my 10 recipe cookbook available in the description. And if you don't know where to start in the kitchen, grab my free Kitchen Day 1 guide, also available in the notes. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week on Bricks and Mortar Food. If you've got beef with inflammation, I've got you covered. Today, we are making a grilled flank steak that is just nestled in a beautiful marinade that supports inflammation, full of ginger, turmeric, and other anti-inflammation ingredients. To go on the side with that, we have some awesome sauteed snap peas. They just have such a buttery, sexy texture after just a minute or two in the saute pan. And to drizzle all over this, we have a romesco sauce, which is a red pepper sauce that we buzzed up, strained. It is silky and sexy. This is how you fight inflammation. Let's go. For the flank steak, I'm going to be marinating it in some soy sauce, olive oil, some lemon juice, a little bit of honey, Dijon mustard, ground turmeric, shallot and garlic, of course, some fresh ginger, and fresh herbs such as mint, basil, parsley, and thyme. And to round it out, a little bit of fish sauce. I'm going to marinate this for about 4 hours. I'm going to reserve some of that marinade so I can simmer it on the stove and reduce it, and then strain it. And that marinade will act as a barbecue sauce, if you will, for me to baste the flank steak during the last minute or two of grilling. But before grilling, I need to dry off the steak from the marinade. Then I'm going to add some oil and salt and fire it up on the grill. As you can see, I'm adding that reduced marinade during the last minute or two of cooking time so it doesn't burn. For the romesco sauce, I'm taking red peppers and dicing them up. You don't have to be perfect with the dice, just try to be consistent so they're all roughly the same size, which will help them cook evenly. This is a very simple sauce to make, just some onions and garlic sauteed until translucent, then deglazed with white wine, adding in your red peppers. Don't forget plenty of seasoning. And then I'm going to hit it with some chicken stock and basically just let it go until everything is nice and soft and the flavors are married. Then I can buzz it up with an immersion blender or let it cool and use a real blender. As I mentioned before, the romesco sauce can be fibrous, so when you strain it, make sure not to strain it through too fine of a strainer, otherwise you're going to end up with romesco water instead of romesco sauce. Sauteed snap peas are one of the fastest and most delicious side dishes you can make. They go with just about anything, and they literally take less than 2 minutes once your saute pan is heated up. Now, after letting the steak rest, it's time to slice against the grain in thin strips, going for a medium rare. I'm going to add the quick cooking sauteed snap peas with our beautifully cooked flank steak that is delicious and affordable. And I'm going to hit it over the top, 2 separate sauces. Number 1, the star of the show, romesco, which is that red pepper sauce that's very easy to make. And then I'm going to hit the flank steak with a little bit more of that reduced marinade that I turned into a second sauce. The yin and yang of both of these sauces combined with the peas and the flank steak really makes for a fun and surprising bite. All of this in the name of inflammation. Thank you so much for watching this episode where we made grilled flank steak, sauteed snap peas, and a delicious, silky, sexy romesco sauce to drizzle all over the top of it. If you're serious about eating for longevity and serious about fighting for inflammation, you need to check out my free anti-inflammation kit. Inside, you'll find a full day of eating, both meals and snacks, everything designed to fight inflammation. You'll also find a 7-day mindful journal that is designed to help us reconnect with ourselves and our bodies through food, all through the lens of fighting inflammation. And to top it all off, you'll get my Kitchen Day 1 guide, which is a robust shopping list, more than just a couple of groceries. Everything you need to get your kitchen in fighting shape to battle inflammation, both from the refrigerator, the pantry, and wherever else you store food. If you like what you saw here, consider subscribing to the channel, and you can also find me on Instagram at Bricks and Mortar Food. Every week, I am cooking longevity food elevated. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week. Does inflammation have you feeling less than peachy? Well, I'm here to save the day with my grilled peach salad. I don't think it's possible to get more summer than this salad. We're talking grilled peaches, grilled corn, grilled crostini, and fresh burrata right on top and cut open for all of us to enjoy. This salad is heavy on flavor and heavy on fighting inflammation. Let's go. For the vinaigrette, we're going to keep it pretty simple, and I'm going to avoid putting extra herbs in the dressing because I'm adding a bunch of herbs to the actual dish. So there's a lot going on, a lot of big flavors, and I don't want anything to be too overpowering or where it just kind of zeroes out your palate. So we're going to leave the herbs out and just do a nice vinaigrette in the background and let the other ingredients take center stage. Peaches are such an underrated vegetable, and I think the reason why is because they're so seasonal, at least for good ones. So right now in the heart of summer, it is peach time, and nothing is better than peaches on the grill. If you've never tried this before, you absolutely need to do it today. All you need is a little olive oil and a little salt and a nice char from the grill. Yes, I know bread and grain can help cause inflammation, but I'm using a nice quality French baguette, organic flour, the whole 9 yards. Just look for whatever you can if you can deal with it. A nice thin sliced crostini on the grill is a great way to enjoy this salad. For the vegetables, I'm going summer all the way. Grilled corn, fresh scallions, and fresh jalapeños for a little kick. I think a very helpful tip is when you are dressing a salad like this to dress the various components separately. So I'm dressing the peaches separately to ensure they aren't too beat up and not under or overdressed. Then in a separate bowl, I'll add the vegetables, seasoning with salt, and then I'll add the dressing and mix that. Now for the plating, I'm going to add the dressed peaches down and make a little bed out of them. Then I'll go over the top of that with the vegetables and then top it in the middle with a beautiful burrata. And to finish it, I'm going to garnish it with some fresh herbs and shallot that is once again dressed in that same vinaigrette. Then, I'll add some additional seasoning and as a final garnish, some balsamic reduction. I love to serve this with grilled crostini, and just before I go to serve it, I'll hit the entire salad with just a bit more dressing to make everything pop. All right, thank you so much for watching another episode of Bricks and Mortar, where we made a grilled peach salad with burrata and a ton of big flavors going on, all in the name of fighting inflammation. Now, if you're serious about eating for longevity and fighting inflammation, then you need to check out my free anti-inflammatory kit. There's a whole bunch of stuff in there. There is a full day of eating, both meals and snacks. I also have a kitchen day one guide, which is a robust shopping list for everything fresh and shelf stable to fight inflammation. And finally is a 7-day mindful journal that is directed at reconnecting with our body through food and fighting inflammation. If you like what you see here, consider subscribing to the YouTube channel, where every week I am cooking longevity food elevated. You can also find me on Instagram at Bricks and Mortar Food. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week on Bricks and Mortar Food.